Hello and welcome to We Women. This is the place where we celebrate you, your resilience, your power, and your potential. Today, we're diving into stories of women who shattered stereotypes and rewrote history. These trailblazers didn't just dream of change, they made it happen. And the best part? Their legacy is alive today, empowering millions of women like you and me. Let's begin with some of the most inspiring women who dared to defy the odds. Story 1: Marie Curie, the pioneer of science. Let's start with the legendary Marie Curie. Born in 1867 in Poland, Marie faced obstacles right from the start. Women were not allowed to pursue higher education in Poland, so she moved to Paris to study at the Sorbonne. Imagine leaving your home, family, and everything familiar just to chase your dreams. How many of us would be that brave? Marie didn't just study science, she revolutionized it. She discovered two elements, polonium and radium, and coined the term radioactivity. Her research laid the foundation for X-ray machines and treatments for cancer. And in 1903, she became the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. But Marie didn't stop there. In 1911, she won a second Nobel Prize, this time in chemistry, for her work on radium and its compounds. Think about it. She's one of the few people in history to win two Nobel Prizes. That's the definition of extraordinary. Marie once said, "Life is not easy for any of us. But what of that? We must have perseverance and, above all, confidence in ourselves." So the next time you face challenges, channel your inner Marie Curie and push forward. The world needs your brilliance. Story 2: Rosa Parks, the mother of civil rights. Now let's fast forward to 1955 and talk about Rosa Parks, the woman who sparked the civil rights movement with one simple yet powerful act of defiance. Rosa was a seamstress living in Montgomery, Alabama. One day, she refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white man, as required by segregation laws. That act of resistance wasn't random, it was calculated and courageous. Rosa knew the risks. She knew she could be arrested, ostracized, or worse. But she also knew that change starts with one brave step. Her arrest led to the Montgomery bus boycott, a movement that lasted over a year and changed the course of history. Rosa said, "I was tired of giving in." Her story teaches us that change doesn't always require grand gestures. Sometimes it's the small, everyday acts of courage that create ripples of transformation. Here's a thought. What's one small stand you can take today to create change in your community? Remember, courage is contagious. Marie Curie and Rosa Parks were trailblazers in their own unique ways. One revolutionized science, and the other transformed society. Their stories remind us that greatness comes from persistence, courage, and a vision for something bigger than ourselves. Story 3: Malala Yousafzai, the voice of education. Let's meet a modern trailblazer, Malala Yousafzai. Malala grew up in Pakistan, where the Taliban banned girls from attending school. But Malala refused to accept this. At just 11 years old, she started speaking out for girls' education. In 2012, the Taliban attempted to silence her. They shot her in the head on her way home from school. But Malala survived. Instead of retreating, she became even louder. Her recovery became a global symbol of resilience, and she used her platform to advocate for education rights worldwide. At just 17, she became the youngest person ever to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Malala's words, "One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world," remind us that education is a powerful tool for breaking cycles of oppression. So here's a challenge. How can you support education in your community? Maybe it's mentoring, volunteering, or simply encouraging young girls to dream big. Your actions matter. Story 4: Wangari Maathai, the environmentalist. Now, let's talk about Wangari Maathai, an environmentalist and the first African woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Born in Kenya, Wangari saw how deforestation was destroying her country's ecosystems and decided to take action. She started the Green Belt movement, an initiative that planted millions of trees to combat deforestation and empower rural women. Wangari's work wasn't just about the environment, it was about giving women the tools to reclaim their livelihoods. Her journey wasn't easy. She faced criticism, arrests, and even threats. But she persisted. Wangari said, "You cannot protect the environment unless you empower people, you inform them, and you help them understand that these resources are their own." Her story reminds us that every small action adds up. Whether it's planting a tree or reducing waste, you can be part of the change. Reflection: what we can learn. Malala Yousafzai and Wangari Maathai are shining examples of what happens when you combine courage with purpose. Their stories remind us that no matter your age, background, or circumstances, you can make a difference. So, what's your next step? How will you challenge stereotypes and make an impact? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's inspire each other to take bold actions. Thank you for joining us for Breaking Stereotypes, Women Who Changed the World. If these stories inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to We Women. Together, we'll keep celebrating the extraordinary power women, one story at a time.